Feb.8th joining me here. Peyton Manning, what do you think his legacy is?
How can you not say he's one of the greatest of all time? And now he's one of 12 quarterbacks to win multiple Super Bowls. And I know that means a lot to him. He got that proverbial monkey off his back. Now to be able to say adios with a Super Bowl win is pretty sweet.
Pro Football Hall of Famer Howie Long from Fox Sports. Who does Von Miller remind you of? When you see him, you think of who?
A little bit of Derek Thomas. You know, that ability to turn the corner at that angle is really rare. You know, so it's as if you were bringing a defensive back at 245, 50 pounds. That's really difficult for a 320-pound person to deal with.
I have Adam Carolla here on The Rich Eisen Show. What do you think about the return of the Rams to Los Angeles?
I have one request. The Dodger dog is the worst piece of meat that has ever graced this man's palate. The Rams need a good Chicago-style hot dog,
okay.
And I would like it to be called the Ramrod.
Steve Mariucci joining me here on The Rich Eisen Show.
If you love defense, you love this game. Everything about it, I'm still on a Super Bowl high right now.
You sure that Super Bowl high wasn't just walking around town? I was just referring to that sort of similar moment we had in Oakland, you know?
What moment?
Pre-game show, that pregame show moment in Oakland, you know what I mean?
When Cheech and Chong were right next to us smoking doobies, I think.
But this one's for Pat!
That's going to be going through my skull the rest of the day. Emmanuel Sanders of the Denver Broncos.
I need that as my ringtone, man, for sure. I like that.
And what about you for your journey?
When I think back to a little small town kid from Belleville, Texas, 2-star recruit, was in the process of going to the Army because I didn't really have any college scholarships. getting selected in the third round and playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers and still trying to show everybody that, hey, look, man, look at this little 175-pound receiver. Then getting the opportunity to play with Peyton Manning. It just feels good to say that, you know what, I got a Super Bowl ring and no one can take that from me.
Ben Stiller here on The Rich Eisen Show. Now, I had Favre last year with both Farrelly brothers. He surprised them when he was on the show here. They told a story about the whole Favre line was ad-libbed by you.
I literally didn't know how to pronounce the name. I was asking them, how is it Favre or Favre? And they thought that was funny.
And now he is the Super Bowl MVP. He is Von Miller. When you were on his show last time, we heard about the fine system for putting out a certain gas. What was the total fine?
Towards the season, I had like 3 sacks at a time, and I told the guys, like, okay, for every sack that I get after here, I'm gonna give you guys $1,000. After that moment, I got 7 sacks, and plus all the fart fines. And, I ended up right at $15,000. I won Super Bowl, man. I gladly pay $15,000 every year.
What else you got? Oh!
Is this like shots? This one's for Pat!
Okay.
This one's for Pat!
Tears for Fears. Keep it going.
Best of the week!
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.